Hi guys, welcome back to Sunderland RTG, and we are now into season 3. So as we go into pre-season, obviously we're going to do same as what we did last year, where we're going to play like the new players that have come in, who I'm going to tell you about in a minute, and then obviously like all the youth players that we've called up and see how they play, and play some of the youngsters that we didn't get a lot of game time last year. Obviously that'll give us a good idea of who we're going to be looking to sell or loan out. I have put a lot of the youngsters on the loan list. We'll go to the board expectations. So brand exposure, that's high priority this season. We had to sign a crucial first team player to either a midfield or forward position. Obviously we'd already signed Drew Yearwood in our midfield, which we weren't looking to improve that. Cam we're happy with, so the only place really strikers we're happy with as well. Danny Loader's been a good backup to Madge, so the only position that we was looking to strengthen was that left wing. So we have gone out and brought a new left winger. So Rotunda obviously is still going to get game time. But he is not going to be the starter. We have actually got a new player, an Argentinian that we brought from Llanos in Argentina, so from the Argentinian league, and this is the guy, Pedro de la Vega. So he's 77 rated, he's only 20 years old, but he looks a fantastic player. So here he is. He's got 92 pace, shooting 74, dribbling's good. So look at the mentors, look at that acceleration, fantastic. Everything's high, in the high 80s or 90s. Sprint speed, great. Stamina 75, but still pretty good. Ball controls in the 70s, crossing 78, dribbling's 81, finishing 74. Long shot 74, short pass 71, shot power 78. So he's looking an amazing player. He's got speed dribbler and technical dribbler in the traits. So I think we had to go for it really. Like I say, we brought in Matunda, but I think we're going to keep him for the season. Obviously we've already loaned him in now, so there's no reason to send him back really, because it's going to cost us, I think it's about 100 grand to send him back. So, but he's going to be good because obviously he can play right, left wing. He can also play as a striker, so it could be a backup if we want to play. Obviously if Loader's not fully fit or Madge gets injured, Matunda would be good to be a backup striker as well. So we're obviously going to keep him on, but it does mean that we are going to try and loan out a lot of players, because obviously, like I say, we're not going to we've got Matunda as a backup striker, so I think we are going to try and loan out young Thomas Janssen. So obviously he's our scout future star for season 2. He's looking, I mean, he's decent, 66 overall already, 17 years old. But I think because we've got Matunda he can play in that striker role, we may as well try and loan him out. If we can get him out to a good team and he can get some game time, I think that's the best way to go with him. Obviously Sebastian Simonson, we're still looking for somewhere to loan him out to. And obviously a lot of the youngsters that we've called up, so we've got Owen Mitchell, Sean Brown, these have all asked to be called up because obviously they're 18 years old now. So we will play these in pre-season to see how they play. Jamie Hall, 18, and Joel Lee as well. So there's a couple of these that I don't think will make it. I think it's Joel Lee and Jamie Hall. They don't have great potential. So we could potentially sell them on, but I think we may as well loan them out for a season, obviously improve the overalls a bit and then sell them. Because another thing in the in our board expectations is in the youth development is to make 2.7 million profit from youth player sales. So we do have 2 seasons to do that. And another thing is with Simonson, obviously, because we brought in De La Vega, that kind of stunts his path a little bit. So we could sell him now, or try and sell him now. I think if we get a decent offer in, we probably would sell him. But I'm thinking possibly we could loan him out for a year. Hopefully he'll improve by several points, and then we could sell him next summer. Because obviously that's a medium priority, so we do want to complete that, but we have 2 seasons to do it. So in the brand exposure we have 15.3 million in shirt sales. I think obviously we'd do that anyway, and with De La Vega coming in, I think he'll be quite high in the shirt sales. Long-term financial, obviously we've still got two years left for this, but we're already at 81%, so I think the club worth, that will be done this season, quite shortly I would think. So domestic success, they're looking for fight for promotion, and that's perfect really. I think we need to at least be in those playoffs, if not pushing for automatic promotion. And then obviously round 32 of the FA Cup. We go to that, so obviously we're in the European International Cup. So we're playing Stuttgart, AZ and Dijon. So obviously we're going to play this with our youth team, so I can't imagine we will get too far, but maybe. But that is going to be our first team then. So we've promoted Wagnerman in ahead of 09. I brought Declan John in to start again, but obviously Denver Hume's just as good, so he can definitely go in and out. Obviously our 2, we've got Ostergaard who's come in, and Matonda, obviously, who are our loanees. They're going to just boost up that reserve team as it is. And then we've got Powers going, De La Vega goes straight in on that left wing. Archie Jackson, obviously our star man. So they're tied now, 77 rated. And you have Peters still going to continue on that right side, and then Josh Madger up top. And then in that reserve team, obviously that looks a lot stronger with Ostergaard in there. You've got Matonda, and Alexander's going to play out on that right side. So it does mean that Lyndon Gooch is going to obviously struggle for game time, but I'd say Matonda, we're probably going to play him more in the sim games, and Lyndon Gooch will play more when we're controlling the reserve team. I think we'll probably play Lyndon Gooch more often. And so let's skip ahead and see obviously if we can get some loan offers. So again, we're going to look for, we're not just going to loan people out to anybody. We're looking for obviously teams that they're going to get played. Looks like we've already completed the financial then, so that's already done. So again, that's another one already ticked off. We'll have to have a look at the shirt sales and see who's obviously high in that. I have sent scouts out, so we've gone to Republic of Ireland for 3 months, and then England for the 9 months. So once obviously the Irish is done, we'll then send him to Scotland and then probably Northern Ireland. I think that's the way we're going to go with that. So obviously this is the tournament we've gone in. It's going to be a bit difficult to get through, I would say. So we look at the shirt sales. Like I say, we'll go and have a look at that. That's obviously the end of season review that we got. Board could not be happier with our performance so far. Player and staffs clearly look up to you, and you've done an excellent job aligning yourself with the club vision. Obviously we're in the 90s by the end of the season, so I'm not surprised that obviously they were very happy with us. So everybody just look like they're happy to be possibly going out on loan. Sean Brown saying glad we're aligned. Same with Hall. Same with Barbosa. So again, obviously Barbosa would not be getting much game time now. Obviously now we've got Matunda and Gooch, who's going to be struggling to get game time themselves. So if we have a quick look at the finances, obviously a big chunk has gone out for De La Vega, who we brought for 13.3. So yeah, I did want to say, so we did have a release clause of 9 million, but obviously, as I say, we want to keep this realistic. We don't want to cheat the system. So his value was, I think it was about 13 million. So we could have cheated and got him for a bit less, but we ended up going in to negotiations, unfortunately, getting him for just over 13. But yeah, I was happy with that. Obviously, he's a really good looking player, so I think he's going to do well for us. So player wages have gone out, and shirt sales, yeah, so Archie Jackson, obviously our star man, he's still number 1, and then De La Vega's gone straight in as number 2, and then Josh Madger as well. So straight away we've sold 16,000 shirt sales and 600,000 in the first week. So I would expect that's not going to be an issue going the 15 million over the season. So as you can see, obviously our budget is down now to just over 4 million. So I'm not expecting to really sell to buy anybody else now. We'll see in January where we are. Obviously, I'm looking with the squad that we've got. I'm hoping that we'll definitely be up there challenging. Possibly, if we're not, we could recall Simonson, sell him on. Because what I'm thinking is obviously if we do get promoted this season, then I would look to sell the youngsters on, sell Simonson, sell maybe Alexander if he doesn't push on this year. Obviously all the other that are probably not going to make it for us, sell all them on, and then that'll give us a good size budget for the Premier League, where we'll obviously have to look at who we need, or the areas we need to improve. Because obviously I think championship wise you're looking mid-70s really for a lot of your team, and I think that's kind of where we are now this season. So obviously the fact that we didn't get promoted last year was probably a good idea, because I think in the Premier League we would have struggled with this team. But championship wise, I think we're in good. We should be near the top this year, and then obviously next year, hopefully quite a bit of growth from our players. You think De La Vega, Jackson, hopefully Madger, almost around that 70, that 80 mark. And like I say, then you'd want all the others to be going towards the 75. Possibly we'd have to bring in another centre back. Obviously Bailey Wright's 28, I think now, so it'd be probably 29 next year. So it'd be probably into it going towards the first. Yeah, potentially change. So get a new centre back, get somebody who's in like an established Premiership player, like 80 rated centre back maybe. So that's the thinking that we're looking for over the next season anyway. So we'll go into this game against Stuttgart. So Stuttgart obviously are going to be a difficult game. You're expecting that they're going to be very much stronger than us at the minute, even probably with our first team out there. But oh, and there's a good chance. Ostergaard managed to get it back to Pierre Martin there. Calmness personified by the young French goalkeeper. Oh, it's played through Barbosa. Waiting for him to come towards him. It's flicked off, and Janssen tried to go for the near post. The keeper's done well. And Stuttgart are definitely playing it around nicely. Farrell again. It's done well. Barbosa, so they're doing well on this right side, the youngsters. Oh, and just his kiss of death. He's giving it away, and here's a chance. Silas. Oh, a poor finish there. Ostergaard brings it away. Plays it to Farrell. Farrell, a nice ball in behind there. Barbosa. Got decent speed here. Barbosa will have a strike on the left foot, and the keeper Just to flick it over the bar. Decent effort. Was straight at the keeper, unfortunately. Oh, we can't do much from the corner. Get up. Well up there. Ostergaard, who's still forward. Embleton. Nice drop of the shoulder by Embleton. Oh, and we can't change player. Janssen, it didn't change to him. Didn't react until it was too late. Surely we would have been in if it switched to that player. Looking for some space. It's a nice ball into Embleton. Embleton finds Janssen. It's a lovely turn by the youngster. Janssen on the left foot, and he makes it 1-0. It was a lovely finish. So Embleton, this ball, and he just turns away from the centre back. Janssen on his left foot, drills it home. Scout, future star from season 2. Obviously, like I say, we're looking to loan him out, but Thomas Janssen gets his first goal of the pre-season. Obviously, I expected this to be a difficult game. Oh, it's a good ball through, and he's surely in behind. How's he missed that? So, what a chance. Stuttgart could have replied instantly. Barbosa. Keeps coming, Barbosa. Trying to get it onto that left foot to get a strike. Denver Hume. Ball in back to Matonda, who has a strike. The keeper's done well to tip that around. Alright, so good save there by Martin. So we've got to defend this corner, so we're into time added really. It's gonna go over, and that will finish it off. So we will start pre-season with a 1-0 victory. I think we'll probably accept that. Obviously Belgian league, not the best league in the world, but 73 rated, it'd probably get some game time out there. So as we say, is valued at 8 million at the moment, but I don't want to sell him off just yet. But if we could have a season on loan out in Belgium and possibly come back a few ratings higher, it could be obviously sell him on in the summer. So let's go into a sim. Like I say, AZ and Dejan, they had a draw in their first game, but they have beat us 2-0 here. Penalty. So obviously not ideal, but we'll go into the last game against Dejan. So we'll go into this game now needing a victory really. Obviously that will guarantee us going through to the semi-finals. Obviously AZ could still lose their last game, which would send us through if we drew, but we don't want to risk leaving it to other people. But we'll see how we get on. Still going Yearwood, plays it to Barley Mumba. Janssen goes one way, then another, gets onto that left foot, it's gone through to Embleton. Is he onside? He is, and it is 1-0. So Janssen looked like he was going to work it onto that left foot. Deflected off, or bounced free from the defender. But landed straight to Elliot Embleton, who'd gone on here. So it is a bit lucky. Embleton wasn't going to miss from there. It's a nice spin. The keeper, no chance. So 10 minutes before half time, this would be a nice time to increase the lead here. So we're going to try and whip it over that wall. Harrison Alexander. Oh, it's a great save by the keeper. Somehow managed to get his hand to it. He's kept it out. Oh, Mark. We can make it 2 here. It's Harrison Alexander. We're going to go to the keeper's right here. Oh, it's a bit of a... Oh, it's finished nicely. We've sent the keeper the wrong way. Harrison Alexander gets his goal. Obviously, this is a big season for Harrison Alexander. Obviously, we had that transfer bid earlier on in the episode, worth around 5 million. So it clearly is behind, even though he's a couple of ratings ahead of Tris Peters. I think Peters is definitely the better player to use in game. Oh, it's a good ball. Oh, he's done well there. Ostergaard just got his shoulder in there and bullied the striker off the ball. Harrison Alexander, nice little drop of the shoulder. Still going here. It's a good ball. Janssen, can he get his shot off this time? He can't, and it's a good challenge. Denied Janssen a chance, but Harrison Alexander, was a lovely run by Alexander and pass. Oh, we don't get it out, but Cox at the second attempt. Come on, ref, you've got to blow the whistle, surely. Still getting a chance here, and it's another header. Oh, it's come off the post there. Martin actually watched it. We just flicked the post, but there is the full-time whistle. So we're in the 95th minute there. We only had 2 minutes out of time, so I'm not sure the referee was finding all that extra time. Which is another victory, so 2-0. It's quite even, really, but we obviously had the better chances. AZ did finish off with a. He ended up beating Stuttgart 2-1, so it will be us in AZ that go through. Aren't fully fit, so I think we will just sim with the first team. Obviously, if we do get through to the final, then we'll play the final with the young players again. So if we sim this game, Palmer's in good form. Obviously won all their 3 games in the group. Oh, when we do go through, so Alexander's though picked up an injury, so it is a 3-2 win. Peters picking up a couple as well as Maggia, I think. So that's more prize money. So another 1.4 million. Harrison Alexander is just out for 1 day, so that's fine. So obviously all our young players should be fit. We've got offer here for Sonny Layton from Stuttgart, 5.3 million. Obviously he's our starting keeper. There's no chance we're going to accept this. So it's well above value. Only valued at 3.9 at the minute. The same, we could go at 6 million, but we're definitely going to reject that. Sonny Layton's going to be our keeper, I think, for a while, really. I know we've obviously got on our shortlist Jordan Pickford, so potentially, if and when we get to the Premier League, we'd look at possibly bringing Pickford back to Sunderland, but at the minute I'm very happy with Sonny Layton as he is. So the final, pre-season, so obviously we're up against AZ, who beat us in the simulation game 2-0, so they're going to be definitely a difficult game here, you'd think. So we've obviously got a lot of youngsters out. See how we're going to go on with them. So Peter Farrell, he's been excellent. I think he's going to be a good player. We've got Sean Brown, who's going to play in that midfield. Barbosa Ferreira, he's going to play out on the right. Obviously Alexander's picked up a knock. So this is the starting lineup. So obviously Pierre Martin, he continues in goal. Smith, we brought Smith back in. And then you've got Embleton, Brown and Yearwood in that midfield. Gooch and Ferreira on the wings, and again Janssen up top. Embleton, it's a good ball back onto Ferreira here. Try and just dink it back, but it's easily cut out. Drew Yearwood into Brown, Sean Brown. Surely a foul, it is. So we're about 25 yards out here, but Elliot Embleton, 25 yards out. It's just gone over the bar there. I don't think the keeper had to touch it. Didn't quite. It's more of a looper. It didn't really have the power. It has just gone over the bar, so knock this in. I know we can find one of our players. Oh, I'm not sure who that's come off there. Peter Fowl trying to battle, can't get it. Dressy, it's a good ball. What a ball over the top, and the keeper's stayed at home and fortunate to get away with that one. It's powered and it's gone wide. What a ball over the top there. Dissected the defence right into the player's run. Yearwood. Oh, and there's a ball through here. Oh, it's not the best of balls. Took him away from goal. Brown trying to get the ball through. It's come off the defender. It's gone for a corner, but a chance there on the counter. It's well headed away. Drew Yearwood now. Yearwood got a good strike on him. Just wide. See the bench get up there. The keeper, I think, obviously was confident it was going wide there. Play that now. Oh, that's a terrible pass. Nice ball there to Elliot Embleton. Embleton, he'll have a strike at goal, but not the best effort really. Got to make the most of chances there when there's mistakes by the opposition. Passing it around nicely here. It's a free kick, but wave to play on. I think he's onside. He's done really well in his chance, and he's banged it in the near post. It's in injury time at the end of the first half. AZ do take a 1-0 lead. I don't know, a bit defensively we weren't great there. Dressy. It's a good powerful shot, Martin. Obviously it's close in. Martin can't get a hand to it. Moving it forward here. Play to Drew Yearwood. Yearwood has to come back inside. Nice ball though to Barley Mumba. Barley Mumba looking for Embleton. Surely it's an handball there. Looked a clear handball. Stuck his arm out. Look, that should have been a penalty. Didn't get it. So looking for a run now and can't get it through. Would have been a good chance there. Barley Mumba had made an excellent run, and oh, this is a lovely pass. Ostergaard comes over. Oh, and he smashed the post. Keeper didn't move. They're unlucky there. They could have ended it. Drew Yearwood. Have to go back there to Tommy Smith. Back to Yearwood. Nice ball. Embleton gets it through to Janssen, who's took it well. Janssen, it's a great ball inside. And we do get an equaliser. Lyndon Gooch, 75th minute. It's a great counter-attack. After they'd hit the post, it looked like it was goal over. We've gone straight up the other end. Picked up an equaliser here. There's a lovely take there by Janssen. Nice ball inside in Lyndon Gooch. Lyndon Gooch obviously wanting more playtime. He knows that obviously with the De La Vegas coming and Tonda, his playtime maybe getting cut down a little bit. Or is there going to be a winner? Or are we going to be going, I'm not sure if you have extra time or if it goes straight to penalties. To be fair, and that's poor control by Gudmundsson. O'Nien into Yearwood. He's out to Alexander. Nice little drop of the shoulder. Janssen done well. Barley Mumba looking back for Janssen. And here's a chance, and surely Thomas Janssen could have won it for us. So Janssen's come alive in the last few minutes. Obviously he assisted the first goal, and now he's absolutely rocketed that. No chance. Keeper started to come. Lovely finish, and Janssen, that's his second in pre-season. Thomas Janssen. So we're into time added on here. Just need to get that ball up the other end, and that's surely it now. Pierre Martin, take his time here, then we'll launch it forward. And there is the full-time whistle, so we will win the pre-season tournament. Didn't look like he was going to go for us for a while there, but 2 goals in about 5 minutes. Thomas Janssen coming up good for us. Got the assist and the goal. So the first bit of silverware for Sunderland. Do we a championship cup at the end of the season as well. And there it is. So we need to see some more of that this season, hopefully. But that'll give us another good chunk of money. And like I say, we've seen definitely some promising players in the youngsters. I think Peter Farrell's been fantastic throughout. Obviously Janssen's come up big for us as well. Pierre Martin, I think he's going to be a good deputy in goal. So yeah, I'm happy with all the youngsters that have played. So we did get an additional 2 million. So it's been really good. It's good to see the team winning the final. So the board are happy. So at the minute we have a 90 manager rating. Like I say, everything's looking pretty good. So high priority. So we're already at 25% on the shirt sales, and we're not just out of pre-season. Obviously we've finished the financial, that's already done. Youth development again. Maybe January, maybe end of season, where we'll look to sell on some players. But yeah, everything's looking pretty good. We've got a transfer budget of nearly 9 million. But yeah, so I think that's where we'll leave the episode. Obviously next time out we'll be going towards the start of the championship season again, which is only a couple of weeks away actually. So we have Sheffield United at home. So I think we may have to split August obviously into 2, because we've got Sheffield United in July here. So obviously we've got 2, 4, 6 games there. So I think we will split that into 2, possibly play those first 3 and just sim that Carabao Cup. And then the next episode we'll come back and play those 3 as well. So we'll try and get a good start. And then obviously start simming in September. I think that's the way forward, because obviously it's going to be a lot of games to sim if we're trying to just do the one episode all in one. A bit strange that obviously Sheffield United are in July there, but yes, I think that's what we'll do. So come back next time, we'll play Sheffield United, play Stoke and play Forest, and then sim the West Brom game. So yeah, come back next time and I'll see you then. Right, bye.